What is going on, guys? Today we've got this Canadian Auto Performance wing going on the B9 Audi S4. I'm going to show you guys how to do all of this, kind of the highlights of why this wing is actually insanely good quality. And let's go ahead and throw this on. Also, huge shout out to Canadian Auto Performance for not only sending me all of this stuff, but also the shirt that I'm wearing. And if you guys want 5% off, you guys can use code FREEWAY on anything on their site. If you want to grab some carbon or performance parts, you can get 5% off using code FREEWAY. So this is their new pre-pregnated carbon fiber, and we've got the first piece going on, which is going to be this wing. And as you guys can tell, it is just insane quality. Like if I take a light to it, this thing looks insane. We have not even paint corrected this yet, and it looks really, really nice. There's not too many swirls or anything in it. For being just a shipped part, this looks really good. So first things first, let's go ahead and start going through how you're gonna be able to take off the stock wing that is on your car, because you do not put this over that stock wing. You're gonna wanna get this out of your way first. So let me show you guys the best way to do that without damaging your paint or having some weird fitment issues. So to get this off the right way, what you're gonna wanna start with is some fishing line. Basically, what you're gonna do is start on one edge, work it underneath, making sure that you get as much as you can without damaging your paint. We'll show you guys this, but you do need fishing line.
Yeah, so there's not a lot of pressure there. It's more of a sawing motion. This 90 is a little weird, but it will start taking it. You can see it start taking it out.
Yep.
But yeah, you don't want to put a lot of pressure. There's some water in there.
Yeah, so you just work it back and forth. Honestly, the water would probably help. So if you wash your car before, you'll have some water for lubrication.
You just take your time on this. This just takes a hot minute.
Yeah, don't get impatient with this, because if you ever want to take your wing off, then you want the paint underneath it to be in good condition.
Yeah, that's why you need more than just like a foot or so. It starts getting weak at the end, in the middle actually, but just get back to where you were at.
Yep. So if it does break on you, like you just said, you're just gonna start over from the start, work it back down, and be careful the whole way down.
Yeah, you can start seeing when it starts coming out. Yeah, you don't wanna, you're not trying to put a lot of pressure. It's just kind of hard to hold on to, so you gotta kind of wrap it around your hands. But yeah, if you have to stop, what I try to do is pull back a little bit. Because then when you start, you can then you roll back into it.
Yeah, if it keeps breaking on you, don't get frustrated. Just keep taking your time. So as you can see here, we've basically got some tape put down here. And if you have another person to help you, you can basically just kind of pry up the edge here once he gets it past, so that there's a little bit more tension on there. You can just saw a little bit easier.
Yeah,
so
it just relieves that, so it doesn't cut your line as fast.
So we're gonna do that now. Just a little bit of pressure is fine. You don't want to dent your trunk. So we are to the end of it, so...
You can see a point where it starts sticking in there.
Yep, and it just pulls right off.
You can see where that last strip just popped right off.
Yeah, so this is what yours should look like. You don't want to be sawing up against the trunk paint. You want to kind of pull upwards a little bit onto that, correct?
Yeah, it's just it's a little tricky because it's got this hard 90 on it, so it kind of cuts into it. So you don't want to go at pull very like a sharp V. You want to kind of keep it wide. Because you go too sharp, it just cuts it right away.
Yeah, so just remember the whole point of this is to protect this edge paint here and this paint here. So after you guys get the wing off and you don't mess up any of your paint, the next thing that you're gonna wanna do is get a rubber wheel to use with a drill. We're gonna show you how to do that right now. He's gonna explain it a little more because he's done it quite a few times.
So the biggest thing with rubber wheels is making sure your rotation, always go tighten. If you go loosen, it'll back out. Some of them like that, some of them aren't. So always just make sure you're on tighten. Sometimes you can get it to start rolling. It just depends on how old or how new it is. This will be pretty easy. So yeah, we'll start from back here so we can roll it. Try to roll this edge. It's a little tricky sometimes. You have to kind of use two hands and kind of work it, but not a lot of pressure. You're just gonna watch your heat. That's about the biggest thing.
Yeah, because if you get it too hot, it kind of like melts the paint underneath, right?
Yeah. Not really. It might stain it, or you might have to then polish it. So
gotcha.
You want to try to watch your pressures.
So what we're doing now is just using some isopropyl or panel wipe or pretty much anything that's just...
It's kind of like goof off, that's all this is.
Yeah, so you're gonna use that to kind of just clean everything up before you put on the new wing, because you don't want to put the new tape on old tape, it won't hold. Also, just a little note, we did not have to do this with ours, it came off pretty easily, but if you guys are having trouble with the fishing line, you can use a heat gun in order to apply a little bit of heat to that wing to just kind of free up that glue a little bit. But luckily we didn't have to do that with ours, and ours is one of the earliest generations of the B9, so I think that you guys will be fine. All right, so we have the wing on, we're test fitting, making sure that everything lines up. One thing that we did notice is under here, where we said be very careful where you're sawing with the fishing line, this is why. So as you can tell, we do have a little line here. It's kind of hard to get on camera, but if you guys do it in person, oh, I can kind of see it down there. Yeah, there's just like a weather line basically.
Like a dirt line.
Yeah, you'll wanna polish that out, because you don't want to be seeing that forever underneath your brand new carbon fiber wing.
Yeah, and the biggest issue, like, obviously fit stuff up to make sure, like, fitting stuff up. Obviously you test fit, because, like, obviously you don't want to do double-sided tape everywhere.
Yep. So it gives you have to move it.
Yeah, it gives you an idea. Like, we can go here and then across the face. Gives you a better idea too when you test fit it up. You can see on here too. Like, obviously I don't want to do double-sided in the middle. You're gonna see it. So we do here on this front face.
Okay.
Cool.
Perfect. We are going to be polishing it, but like I said, if you want to go the extra mile, this is what you're going to do. We're going to show you a way to do it by hand in case you guys don't have a rotary, or not a rotary, but a DA basically, in case you guys don't have that. So pretty much what you're going to want to do.
Yeah, we're just doing the spot where, like, you could see it. We're not doing the whole thing. You can do the whole thing if you want, but this gets covered up. So we'll just do this middle piece. You can do it with a machine or this, but obviously this is super simple. It's just polishing compound. You can polish it out. It comes right out. Like, it's not.
No, it's nothing crazy.
You see, it's already gone. Yep. So it's quick and easy. Obviously, for the people that don't have a machine, for the people that do, it's pretty quick.
So with the wing, before you put the double-sided tape on it, you're just going to want to take some panel wipe again and pretty much just dry it off, or like rubbing alcohol, pretty much anything that just cleans the surface. You don't want to press too hard. I mean, guess it doesn't really matter if it scratches because it's underneath, but just for, sake of argument.
And to help the tape stick.
Yeah.
The tape will stick a lot better.
So we're going on the lip of...
towards the
window, yep. Yeah. You're just going to want to start at the edge, and we'll most likely take it all the way down if we can. If not, we'll probably stop midway and take another piece going that way. Getting this as close as you can to the edge is also pretty important because it keeps out water from just sitting underneath the spoiler. So that's why you want to get it to the edge without it showing through, obviously. And it looks like we'll be able to run it all the way down too, because the angle isn't too aggressive.
This, obviously, either you can use scissors or a knife, but I'm gonna pull it back up so I don't hit the carbon fiber. I'm just gonna cut it.
There you go.
And lay that back down.
Yep. Just make sure it's stuck down pretty much as good as you can go. It's not super important if you don't get it maximum force down, but you want it to be pretty much down as much as you can. So you want this next piece as close as you can get, again, so the water can't get underneath it, and you want every edge to stick as good as it can. And the final piece, I think you said we're gonna put it on the lip pretty much. Yeah, so there's this hard edge. Try to follow this edge, try to stay inside as much as you can. It gets kind of tight right on this corner. Obviously this stuff bends pretty good, so it's not too bad. So yeah, a little bit what I like to do once I get this on is go back and test fit it just to make sure, so when I go to set it down, you kind of have your edges lined up, because this isn't exact butted up to the edge of the deck lid. There's still like probably an 1/8 inch, maybe a little less than that. You'll be lopsided if you don't, because it doesn't. There's still a little bit of paint that shows on the outside of this. Remember? Yeah, you don't want to butt it all the way up to this edge, because then
if I go around the other one on that edge, you get a good little gap there.
So I'll show there's a little bit of a gap there, just so you guys understand what we're talking about. And if you don't measure it out right, you'll end up with no gap on the other side. So you want just a tiny bit of gap.
Yeah, so I like to just put it up here, check, see where I'm at, and then when I go to peel this, at least I'll have an idea what I needed. I don't need to butt up against it, I just have an idea where I'm at. So yeah, we'll have a little sliver there, which is fine. It still looks good, fits good.
Just so you guys can see each side.
And then we'll go flip this over, go to the table, we'll peel these. This tape's kind of a pain in the butt to peel, so I always like to take something's like fine and just get this this tape pulled up.
Yeah, so you're not just picking at it with your fingernail.
It's such a pain. Like the corner always lifts. It works really well, but the tape is not ideal. I like to leave it just a little bit, like a tab, fold it out.
So you get all of it?
No, what I'll do, I'll leave those out, get it, because it's easier to pop a little bit of double-sided tape than pop the whole thing.
Right.
So I'll just get my tab started, get it laid where I want, and then peel off, which you'll see in a second. So this is what I like to do once I get it. It just makes it easier, because instead of popping the whole double-sided tape, you're just popping this to get it set. If you do have to reset, so I always like curl those out so I can grab them, and then I just peel them once it's set where I'm happy with it. I'm a little tricky with one person. Try to get it set. I'm gonna kind of feel where I'm at, feel in the back. I'm gonna set it, but obviously I'm not gonna press it down until I'm happy with where I'm at. My back's clear on the back. My sides are a little off, so I'm gonna pop it again and then kind of shimmy it over a little bit.
Yeah, that was a perfect example of why you don't stick it down all the way, because you can still adjust it.
Yeah, you can still adjust it. So I'm happy with that. This is tight here, this is tight here. Oh, this actually isn't tight all the way. So what I'm gonna do, hold this, make sure I'm down there. Okay, I'm gonna press it, and then this is where it's nice. You just kind of lift up a little bit. That's off, so now that's clear, so I give that a little push. And then with this one, I'll just rock back a little bit to give it some clearance.
Yeah, because this is the one that stretches across the whole lid, or splitter, or
deck lid.
Yeah, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Actually, I'll push this down first. Get this pressure down.
Yep, just to make sure it's all set. Dude, I can't get over how good this, this actually looks so good, minus really, the fingerprints.
It's really good. Oh, I gotta get
my god.
You need your fingerprints off of it.
Yeah.
Once again.
Dang, dude. This looks sick, bro. I really like this style. I've never really seen this. It might be hard to tell on camera, but this style is not just like a generic style of how these usually go on like every BMW that you see go down the road. The way that it rakes up, and it's kind of like flat first and then rakes up right at the last like inch and a half. It looks really nice from this angle specifically. And then if you dip down below here, it's almost kind of duckbilly. It's really cool. Honestly, I'd say it's like half mixed between the generic BMW one. I don't know what I'd call it, but it's mixed between that and a duckbill. It's pretty sick. I like it. So now that you guys got this all fitted up and it looks great, you can enjoy your new wing. If you do want to go ahead and panel wipe it off and probably polish it and maybe add some ceramic on top just to protect it very, very well, that is up to you guys. I recommend doing that personally. That's what we're gonna do. But if you don't wanna do that, it's probably fine. It looks really great. It'll probably last quite a while even without any protection. So if this video helped you and you guys actually enjoyed my content, definitely drop a like and drop a comment of what you guys enjoyed the most about this step-by-step tutorial on how to install this wing. If you guys do want to see what else comes to this car, I'm sure that more will come this summer and to all of my other cars as well. So drop a sub if you did enjoy it, and I will see you guys in the next one.